Okay, guys, good morning. So let me share with you how to write your introduction for your thesis. So I'll be sharing with you the CARS model. So since this is the most adapted model in terms of writing the introduction. So to give you an idea about the CARS model, so the CARS model, it is written by John Swales as he developed or as he studied the introduction written by different scholars. So basically, by analyzing the introduction written by different scholars, he come up with developing this model, the course model. Ano pa? So with that, we're gonna use the course model for you to be able to write your introduction for your study. So okay, so the first move that John Swales have mentioned is it's focus on the establishing the territory of your research. So by doing that, there is a need to establish the research area. So you have to establish the research area of your paper. So by doing that, you need to consider the deductive approach in writing the introduction of your study. So you have to focus on by giving the general overview of your research topic. So if you want to include the history or how your research topic or how the topic was developed in the field of your chosen topic, you can also do that. There's no wrong about it. Ano pa? Hindi naman mali kung isasama mo siya if you really want to include the historical point of view of that topic. Ano pa? So you can also introduce the topic which is specifically focused on the major concepts, theories, or issues relevant to the study. So explaining why the area is important and of interest to the academic community or society. Okay, so let me give you an example. So let's say for instance, I am interested of conducting a study about the crime prevention implemented by the Philippine National Police. So if I am going to do that, I need to review a literature. So for me to be able to broaden my knowledge about that research topic. So for me to be able to do that, hahanap po ako ng mga crime prevention strategies na pinatutupad ng Philippine National Police or police officers in other countries. So with that, I can confer and identify the similarities, comparison, the differences of the crime preventions being implemented by the Philippine National Police or police officers even in other countries. By doing that, I can identify or I can discuss the general background of the topic. So for me to be able to give you the general context of the topic. And then you also have to consider reviewing the existing literature. So as I have mentioned, in terms of writing the introduction of the research study, there is really a need to review a literature. So in doing a research or a thesis, so napakahalaga ng pagbabasa. So sa pagbabasa, mas magiging malawak yung understanding mo about the topic. So the research niche, ano pa? So you have to summarize previous research findings to show what is already known. So basically ito yung madalas kong sinasabi, for you to be able to identify the gap, you have to identify what has been done and what has to be done about the research topic that you want to be conducted. So identify the gaps, limitations, or unresolved questions. Meaning to say, you have to identify the gap, ano yung nagawa na, ano yung hindi pa nagagawa. You can in a place where you can put or write your you can specify the specific place for your research topic, or what I mean is ma-identify mo, since ma-identify mo yung nagawa na at hindi pa nagagawa, you can identify kung saan ka lulugar about your research topic, kung syempre kung ano yung hindi pa nagagawa. And then this demonstrates an awareness of the academic conversation and situates the research within it. So the third one is state the research problem and purpose. So by identifying the what has been done and what has to be done, you can identify the purpose of your study. Since you already identify what has been done, ano yung nagawa na before, you can identify here on this point, you can identify ano yung hindi pa nagagawa na pwede mong gawin. Remember that. So you can focus by narrowing down the topic. So you have to clearly define the specific research questions, or it would be better if you can identify the hypothesis of your study or a problem that addresses the topic. So explain the rationale for the study, why it is necessary to fill the identified gaps, address limitations, or extend understanding. So the last part is you have to highlight the significance and contribution or potential contribution of your study. So you have to emphasize the potential impact or importance of the research topic. By doing that, you just have to specify to what specific organization or individual this or the research findings might be significant to this specific organization, to the Police Office of Philippine National Police, to the university, to the community, or to the specific group of individuals. So let me give you an example. So we have a published research paper by Dr. Pablo and yours truly. It has something to do with the barangay desk officer's capability in handling violence against women and children incidents. So let me share with you how we write the introduction of this study. Okay, so here you can identify on the left side the move one, which is written according to John Swales. According to John Swales, that so for you to be able to write the introduction, there is a need to establish a territory. You have to introduce the background of the study, what is known, why the topic matters. Kumbaga, ano yung mga nagawa na dito, ano yung magiging kahalagahan ng topic na ito. So, we have here the introduction of that research, and then we just put here the underline of the importance. To me, or to us, let me give an example. According to World Health Organization 2021, violence against women and children occurs all around the world and is a serious problem in many countries. So with this sentence, we can justify why there is a need to conduct the study. As you can see, that violence against women is also a problem in other countries, not just here in the Philippines. And then we also highlighted here the definition of what is the barangay is, since the focus of this study is the barangay in the province of Laguna, so that we borrowed the definition given by Furio and Rocco et Sarmiento 2019. And then we also specify a specific section of RA 9262 about a violence against women, or the creation of violence against women in the barangay. So to continue, we have here the move 2. So aside from establishing the territory, you also have to establish the niche. So basically, it has something to do with the focus of your study. Yung in a place where you can place the specific points of your study. So establishing a niche, what is missing, unresolved, or problematic. So we borrowed the statement mentioned by Garcia 2020 on his study. Although different laws and services exist to address issues on BAUC, the Philippine government remains reactive instead of proactive. So as you can see, yes, there are different, there's still issues about violence against women. That's why the occurrence of these incidents is continuous or somewhat increasing. So here, we also borrowed this statement as of August 2018. 90% of the 42,036 barangays had already set up their BAUDES. So as you can see, we already established that there is a barangay violence against women in a barangay. in a specific municipality or in a specific city. And then the last move is occupying the niche. So occupying the niche, there is a need to state the specific purpose or objectives of the study. As you can observe here,